This is a new program that the authority finished the construction of in 2019, so we've been open for about 2-3 years now. And what this facility allows us to do is take packaged food waste or loose food waste as well. So the idea is that we wanted to divert this food waste material that may be expired, it can't be donated or reused by people or animals, it's destined for a landfill. So to keep it out of the landfill, we built this depackaging facility where we can accept food waste from food manufacturers, grocery stores, colleges, hospitals, schools in the area, and we can depackage the organics, pull the food waste out of the containers that they arrive in. We mix that material with gray water, and currently it is piped over via a pipeline as a slurry material. We're partnered with the Oneida County Water Pollution Control Plant, which is right next door to our facility on Leland Ave in Utica. They have installed 2 1.2 million gallon anaerobic digesters. Once it arrives in the digesters, there is a specific blend that they have worked out of microbes and bacteria that live inside those 2 big globes, if you will. These microbes and bacteria are eating up the organic material, whether that is material that's in the wastewater or that is coming from our food waste processing system. As they are breaking the material down, there's no oxygen in those digesters. So it's an anaerobic process, and as a result of that, they release methane gas. Methane gas floats up to the top. It is pulled out of the digesters, pressurized, burned, converted into electricity and electrons, and then it can be utilized to power the plant. Our food waste is supplementing that program. So this slurry mixed with the gray water that we create goes into the digesters alongside the wastewater from Oneida County, and it's producing methane alongside the rest of the material in the digesters, and it just supplements their program. So instead of throwing it in a landfill, we're actually able to turn food waste into electricity. This program offers a financial incentive for businesses and industries to participate. Now it is mandated that any organization or business that is producing more than 2 tons a week of food waste is required to either donate or recycle that material somehow. We have been expecting this to come up in legislation for several years, finally passed and went into effect in 2022, January 1st of this year. But we wanted to have infrastructure in place so the community wasn't scrambling when this law was finally passed. So we had a system, worked out the kinks. Most of the food that we receive is already expired. So this is from mainly grocery stores in the area. And we do receive food waste from some dairy producers in New York State. HP Hood and Chobani are both partnered with us. None of the food that we take in is deemed acceptable to be eaten by people or animals. If you would like to participate, we definitely encourage that. And if you're not sure how much your business is generating, if you're not sure if you fall under this law, if you have the 2 tons a week, or if you know that you do fall under the law but you're not sure where to start, we encourage you to contact the authority's office. We can come down and do waste audits for you. We can help you figure out how much garbage you would be able to cut down by adding an additional bin for the food waste, training your employees, all of that. So if you need any help at all, please do not hesitate to contact us.
Oneida and Herkimer counties have been at the forefront. I mean, this has been since the late 80s when no one was really even doing recycling or looking at what landfills were going to look like 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years later. As more and more processes became developed, Solid Waste Authority really looked at, various ways in which you could be creative, let's face it, with garbage. And so here we are, and looking at food waste, and we know that, the tragedy of food that does get disposed of, the amount is enormous. So how do you better utilize the system that is designed to cut down on waste that gets into the environment and causes other problems? What better way than to use a digester and turn it into usable gas? When you think about what gets thrown out on a daily basis, it's tragic, and it is But it has to, it has to go somewhere. What better place to go than to be reused?
For the City of Utica recyclables collection, many of you probably remember way back in the day, the city used to hand out the orange recycling bins. These are outdated for a couple of reasons. One is namely their size. They're too small. Most people are producing more recyclables than what will fit into that bucket per week. So we are asking that everyone purchases their own recycling bin. You can get any kind you would like. You can get it on wheels if that's easier for you, as long as it's under 35 gallons in size. We provide you with a free Recycle One decal, which will indicate to the waste hauler when you're putting your items at your curb, this is my recycling bin. And we ask that everyone puts a lid on it and covers the container. This is helpful for many reasons. This can help with wind blowing items out of your recycling bin. It can help prevent animals from getting inside your container, spreading things across your lawns and neighborhoods. So this can really, really help with that. It's also protecting your recyclables from getting wet. So this increases the quality of the recycling at the recycling center, especially for paper. Also, just to help with the weight of your container, if you're getting rain and snow in your bin, something that you can do is drill a hole in the bottom so the water actually drains out of the container, not making it more difficult for you to move that container to the curb.
Let's keep it clean, let's keep it safe. In Utica, let's put a lid on it.